Alright guys, welcome back to the 5th and final episode of Project RAD OBS. And I got an update for you guys. I've actually sold this car because this car actually has a slight head gasket leak.
This is my little Subaru-only shop. It's a DIY Subaru channel. It's a channel where all I do is Subaru builds and race Subaru vehicles in motorsport events. It's a DIY themed channel where I walk you guys through the steps to get your Subarus back on the road and hopefully do a little racing of your own. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it.
That's right, the other day I was actually bleeding the system, and it actually doesn't leak at idle. It's only when you put it under load. So I bled the system, it doesn't overheat at idle. I was idling it for like an hour straight, and I went in for a drive, and lo and behold, started pushing a bunch of those exhaust gases into the overflow tank, well, into the coolant system. That pushed coolant from the radiator into the overflow tank, and then overflowed to the overflow tank. So then I took it home, did another bleed test, and really revved the engine. And basically when you rev the engine and you put under load, then the head gaskets leak a little bit, and you get those combustion gases getting into the coolant system, and you create little bubbles when you're trying to bleed the system. You can see the bubbles. So this car definitely has a blown head gasket. And I actually have one too many projects on my hand at the moment because I actually have my 97 coupe coming back in the next day or two. And in that car, if you guys recall, I want to do a swap from an automatic transmission to a manual transmission. So to have this car have a blown head gasket at this time, when I have one other car coming in the next day or two, was just one too many projects on my hands. So I decided to put it up for sale for basically a break-even price. I put it up for $1,500. Know I'm gonna have to go down a little bit, and then sure enough, in the first day, I actually had like a dozen people reach out to me. And I sold it to a guy who was really nice, came and looked at it the first day for $1,300. So selling this car for $1,300, guys. I'll do kind of a final little walk around here during the sunset. I guess it's appropriate that it's sunset because this project is sunsetting today for me, and it's moving on. Didn't have a chance to do the wiring for the lights yet. I actually talked about the switches that I have, and the guy is going to do it himself. The guy who bought it is actually a mechanic, and he actually has had a lot of Subarus. He actually originally had an Outback Sport many years ago that was in an accident. He's been looking for another Outback Sport ever since. He also has a Bug-Eye, I think a 2002 or 2003 Bug-Eye with an automatic transmission. So he's thinking he might actually just swap that WRX Bug-Eye engine, it's an EJ205 with an automatic transmission, into this Outback Sport. So he's actually a mechanic as well, and he's really familiar with these 2.2 liter engines, the naturally aspirated one this car has. It's actually a pretty cool one, and it's a non-interference 2.2 liter engine. And he actually said it's really easy to do the heads on these. He's actually done the heads while leaving the engine in the car, which is actually an interesting thing you can do on these. It's a little bit easier with these engines because it seems to be a little bit more space in there between the frame rails and the heads. So he said he actually is going to probably pull these heads off, leave the engine in the car, take them to his machine shop guy, have them surface, and then put the new head gaskets in. Probably do some 6-star multi-layer steel head gaskets. So that's his plan. Pretty cool guy, really stoked to meet him. And it seems like this car is definitely going to go to a new owner who's going to appreciate it. So say goodbye, guys, to Project RAD OBS in this 5th episode. So I hope you guys enjoy the project because this is going to be the last video I make on it. All right, guys, and on that note, I'm going to wrap up this video for today. Thanks so much for checking out the video. My name's Luke. You guys are watching the Subaru-Only channel. If you guys need any factory service manuals or any other technician guides, check out the SubaruONLY.com website because I host all those factory service manuals and a bunch of technician guides for free on my website. Thanks a lot for checking out the video, guys, and until next time, later.